Hi there, this is Aditya Kharadkar and welcome to Brainstorm Codings. In this video, we're going to start a new topic in Golang, which is known as the control statements. And this topic contains several subtopics. So the first subtopic we are going to discuss about is known as the decision-making statements. So decision-making statements in any programming language are quite similar to the decisions we make in real life. So in real life, we make decisions based on certain conditions, and even in programming languages, specifically in Golang, we make decisions based on certain conditions. So let's say we have a condition, and if that condition is satisfied, then we want some part of our code to be executed. If the condition is not satisfied, then we don't want that part of code to be executed, or we want some other code to be executed instead. So the decision making statements are also called as the control flow statements because they control the flow of execution of our program. And we have four different kinds of decision making statements in Golang. The first one is the if statement, the second one is the if else statement, third one is the nested if statement, and fourth one and the last one obviously is known as the if else if statement. So in this video we're going to be looking at the if statement. So the if statement is the most simple statement in the decision making statements. If we have a condition and if the condition is satisfied, then we execute the body of that if statement. If the condition is not satisfied, then we don't execute the body of that if statement. So before writing some code about if statement, or before showing the syntax about the if statement, let me show you the flowchart. So this is the flowchart of if statement, and we have this condition here. If the condition happens to be true, if the condition is satisfied, then we execute the body of that if statement. If the condition is not satisfied, or if it's false, then we don't execute this body of if statement. So it's as simple as that. So let me show you the syntax. So first we take the if keyword, we use the if keyword, then we have the parenthesis in which we specify the condition, not concession. I don't think even this word exists. Alright, and we have this curly braces, and inside these curly braces we have the body of the if statement. So this is the syntax for if statement. First we have the if keyword, then we have this parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis we specify the condition, and then we have the curly braces, and inside both curly braces we have this body of the if statement. So for demonstrating this, let me first create a variable. So this num1 variable, this will be an integer variable. It will hold the integer value 25, and then I'll have this if keyword and then parentheses, and then I want some condition. Let me check if this num1 is less than 30 or not. So if num1 is less than 30, and if you know, then this is the relational operator. This is known as the less than operator, and we're checking whether this num1, this 25, is less than 30 or not. So let's have this curly braces, and here will go the body of that if statement. And let me just take this print line function, and if the 25 is less than 30, or if the value of this num1 variable is less than 30, then the output will be yes, it is less than 30, not less than 30. Alright, so let's run this code, and you can see we have this, yes, it's less than 30. We have this body of the if statement because we know that 25 is less than 30. So what if we change the condition? What if we want to say that if the 25 is greater than 30, or if the num1 variable, the value which is in the num1 variable is greater than 30, then execute this body of the if statement. Let's run this code, and we can see that we don't have the body here because obviously the 25 is not greater than 30, it's less than 30. So this is how we specify the conditions, and if I make it 35, I'll again have this body of if statement, which is a wrong text here. It's not less than 30, it's greater than 30, but we have the body of if statement. And you can add some other code here as well outside of the body of if statement. You can say this is not the part of if statement. Well, if we run this, then we can see that we have this other code as well, which is saying that this is not the part of if statement, and we have this condition satisfy here, and that's why we have this if block. And if the condition is not satisfied, then we don't have this body of if statement, but still we have this code printing in the output section, because this is not the part of if statement, obviously. So that's all for the if statement. We'll discuss about the if else statement in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.